Alright, in this video we're doing another replay coaching. This time it's on a different player, Mr. E-Girl here. Um, yeah, he doesn't actually play Sylas. He's one of my friends. So he wanted to do a Sylas game for me to review. He doesn't actually play the champion. This is like plat elo, I think. So I'm not really expecting much, but maybe this is more of a humorous video. And we'll get to see how a completely new player attempts to play Sylas. A completely new to Sylas player. So I think he did go, yeah, so he went the build that I recommend, the first strike build. He started Q, it's good. Starting Q is really nice, helps secure that early farm. Um, he did go magic resist into Graves. Um, I'm guessing that was a mistake. He also has heal on Sylas. Um, you know, heal is not really something I would recommend, but I'm gonna assume that was an accident. You basically have two options with summoner spells on Sylas. You obviously have to take Flash, and then you get Ignite or Teleport. I think Ignite is substantially better, since they nerfed Teleport a while ago. So, usually go Ignite. Heal is not one of those options, unfortunately, but, we'll see how he's able to use it this game. Okay, so he does get the E level 2. They did start Doran's Ring as well. So overall, this is sort of how I would play. Just farm with your Q. Okay, definitely a very aggressive trade there. I would have gone in with my E first and then Q'd afterwards. I also wouldn't have gone for that trade at all. I guess it worked out for him a decent bit, but I probably would have just Q'd those casters and then autoed them and probably would have secured all of them. Okay, so there, I think that's that's like a common Sylas mistake, is not saving your E2 against champions that have very obvious mobility. Like Graves, if you E onto Graves, he's going to E away. So right there, or what happened earlier? Oh, I might die here. Okay, yeah, so I went for a bit too aggressive of a trade, but as I was saying earlier, um, you know, what was I saying? I completely forgot. But I'm about to remember, so it's fine. I'm gonna remember what I was saying any minute now. Yes, if you can save your E2 against champions that have dashes like Graves, like where you know that they're going to E. Does he have his heal up here? Okay, he actually did use the heal. I think he should have healed earlier there. Also, I mean, if he has Ignite, then it's just very free. But yeah, no reason not to just go for the uh or like sit on the E2, let them use their dash, and then use your E2 on top of them. Because if you just throw it out instantly like he has been doing, then you will just miss it, and then they'll be away from you, and then your only gap closure is your W at that point, and that's not very good. So he is pretty far behind. I did notice on his first back he did get Dark Seal. He got a control ward. It's nice. That's what I would recommend. So he knows like some of the basic stuff. So he needs to E this to get this. Okay, well he missed one. But Eing there secures all those. So I probably would have just done it. Alright, very slow wave clear here. So he doesn't know the actual wave clear combo. I do have a guide up right now about how to do that wave clear combo. It's actually really nice. but I think I'm going to remake the video and post a much better version pretty soon. So hopefully whenever that comes out. Okay, let's see. This should just be for you. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh no. Okay, he still got it. He still got it. I think he could have killed. I think he delayed one of his auto attacks there. Um, I think he could have got his last passive auto off before Volibear got the shield and just killed him earlier. There, yeah, he just had to wait for his W to come back up. Unfortunately, Volley was also able to heal, but he did end up getting the kill with his Q anyway. So here goes for the last chapter. That's the obvious, first component when you're building into Everfrost. So let's see. He hasn't placed a ward yet. Let's see if he tries to do that soon. I would probably go ahead and place a ward in this area. This gives a lot of vision around here. Lilia also likes to do raptors a lot, so good chance that you spot her with that. Also can see the enemy support if they're roaming. But overall, I mean, he's not doing too bad, especially for someone who doesn't actually play this champion. He's making some, minor mistakes. Combos could be a bit cleaner, but considering he doesn't play, it's stuff that you would learn over more games. And yeah, again, the E2 there, the instant E2, definitely want to hold that against champions like Graves. He's also, I think he's starting a lot of these combos with his Q. And while it's not necessarily bad, it's kind of hard to hit your Q. Like, just, like, without using anything else. So I like to engage with my E first. When he's kind of roaming here when he can't roam. Like, yeah, Graves gets turret plating and he misses an entire wave. You can't really roam there because, the wave is pushing into you and Graves is there. So he's just gonna hard push under tower. Okay, so that's more of a combo that I would do, or I like E onto them first. Good flash. Yeah, obviously substantially weaker than the Graves, so it ended up working out, but yeah, E onto them first, get the W off, and then Q sort of at the end. Okay, the heal plus the W definitely give him a lot of health there. Eh. So yeah, kinda just needs to go back. I mean these 2 levels down on his Graves, it's pretty doomed. He's gonna stay though. Let's see what happens. He takes the Graves ult. I feel like he's gonna die here soon. Okay, Graves isn't gonna go in. I don't know why Graves is afraid of him here, but okay, so this is level 4 W since he's level 7. I'm not sure if he got that cannon or not. Couldn't really tell, but yeah, so the wave clear is pretty rough. Yeah, it's just something that you have to learn. It's kind of obscure. It's not just like pressing one ability on the wave. But yeah, the wave clear could be definitely improved. He also could have like Graves ulted that wave as well. You're probably not gonna use it for much else, so no reason not to. Plus, I believe that this is patch 12.8, so the Sylas' ult cooldown is lower in general, so you don't have to worry as much about wasting those ults. Okay, he's going for another trade. And he's doing pretty well, but he is 2 levels down, so I'm kind of worried. I feel like he's just gonna die. Yeah, and again, he kind of instantly eased. I don't think it really would have mattered. There were too many minions in the way, but yeah, I mean, I don't think this is like a general Sylas thing, but probably shouldn't be like permanently engaging on this Graves, since he is 2 levels down and Graves has an entire mythic. Sylas obviously does not have a mythic. So it's just he's so much stronger, especially because his champion's just better. On top of that, it's just it's really hard to win those, and even though he is able to do a lot of damage, he's ending up losing a lot of health and just dying. Yeah, now he's 3 levels down. I'll probably get level 8 off this wave, maybe. I mean, that was better wave clear. You know, still could be improved a lot. Okay, so he does get the Lily ult off. No, yeah, I think he just hard loses that because of Red Smite. The 20% damage reduction on the Red Smite is really brutal. Plus, he's only level 8. If he was level 9, it's a bit more close because he has the max level W, which is very, very strong. But with only that level 4 W, I mean, it's still pretty good, but considering how far it is into the game and he's only level 8, you know, it's pretty difficult. He also isn't really using heal that much. I don't think it would have mattered there, but, you know, if we're going to take heal on Sylas, you might as well use it. The rest of those teams also kind of inting. This game doesn't go very well for them, by the way. I think that part's probably pretty obvious. So, you know, like he's doing fine, like mechanically, but you can definitely tell that he's not, you know, he's not fluid on his abilities. That's something that's very important on Sylas, just being comfortable with every single one of his abilities, because they all do damage, and they're all basically self-sufficient. Okay, I'm not sure about going in here. He does get the target ability, but yeah. Yeah, that might have been not the play to go in. I'm pretty sure they saw the Lelia there too, so he knew that there were 3 there, and he kind of just went in. Yeah, so like at this point, if you're this far behind and your team's this far behind, well, one, you probably lost, but you know, your best chance of winning is to just kind of AFK farm. Like if he goes like top here and he starts clearing waves, he is on his way top, but he needs to stop fighting. And you can't just like permanently fight. I mean, you need to have a nice. I mean, you need to have good knowledge of Sylas's limits to know when you can kill people from behind. And since he doesn't play Sylas, I mean, it's fine to limit test, but at this point, you kind of just need to sit back and wait for at least 2 items before you're really gonna do anything. He's also still level 8. He is extremely far behind in experience. And yeah, I mean, again, it's not like terrible gameplay, but it's definitely evident that he's not comfortable on the champion, which is of course, you know, something that's to be expected. But also something that, you know, could be improved upon a lot. And that's the main thing for any like new Sylas players is just get really comfortable with your abilities. So he's level 9 now, finally. So he does have that max level W, which is very, very strong. Also does have a volley barrel currently. Volley barrel is one of the better ones. It has a massive 125% AP ratio. Does a lot of health, does a lot of damage. Also can damage and disable turrets, so, you know, it's pretty nice. So here, he should have probably just volley barreled it before he went back, just to, because it's going to run out by the time he gets back. So you might as well do it before you start your back, because that'll get your next ult up 8 seconds earlier. So, there was a slight reason to hold it there because the Graves was nearby, so maybe you would need to save it in case the Graves walked up, but... And again, I'm not sure what he's doing here. What is he? Oh, he might get a kill. Okay, I actually got a nice kill. But you know, I just you know, that ended up going a lot better than I thought. I just figured that when he was like trying to hide behind that wall and stuff, that it was gonna go poorly, because you know every other time that he's tried to hard engage has gone pretty poorly because he's so far behind. But that actually ended up being pretty nice. He was able to pick off the enemy ADC because they kind of just abandoned her. His Vigar got 3 kills. Zooming back here, he has a couple of components for Shadow Flame. This one he just needs to farm up so he can actually buy his Shadow Flame, and you also need Sorcerer Shoes. Those are very important as well. Otherwise your Shadow Flame is going to be a lot less useful. So at this point he just needs, let's see what his gold is actually. So Shadow Flame is going to be 700 combined cost. Sorcerer Shoes are 800. So he needs 1500 gold here, and that'll be his major spike. He will do a lot of damage once he hits 1500 gold. Okay, so Volibear has anti-heal here, so... Oh. That was nice. Yeah, like just spamming that W. Very nice fast W to get that instant heal. In situations like this, Volibear does have a Bramble Vest, so he will only... So he has the anti-heal, which is very annoying, but he will only apply it if you auto him. So if you're ever in danger, you obviously need your autos to do a lot of damage, but if you're ever in danger and you're not gonna kill him, but you just want to live, just stop autoing a target with Bramble Vest, wait for the anti-heal to run out, and then W. And then yeah, you'll get the full heal, and they can't really do anything. If they have Thornmail, it's slightly different because they can apply it by crowd controlling you. But you know, if it's like a Dr. Mundo or something, like someone who doesn't actually have crowd control and he has a Thornmail, then it works the same way. Alright, so everybody should be running. Graves is not killable. Graves has like 80 magic resist right now. It's yeah, it's kind of gross. Yeah, no, we don't have our Sorcerer Shoes yet, so we're not quite at our 2-item peak, because the 2-item peak does, 2-item spike does include the Sorcerer Shoes. Okay, I think Everfrost could have been better. It's a little bit off. And then maybe he would have been able to kill the Rakan. When he does just get one shot. Yeah, I think Rakan ult there would have been better because he gets it faster because Rakan's closer. And it's just instant CC. Volibear ult just takes a bit too long to come out because one, you have to wait for your ult to actually travel to him because he's farther away. And two, you actually have to go through the cast time of that, which he died during, so a bit unfortunate there. So let's see, is he able to buy anything here? He has about 700 gold, so he's slightly off of his sorcerer shoes. So in this situation, I just go to bot wave, take a couple minions, and go back to base and grab the sorcerer shoes because it is quite powerful. So he's going bot here. Let's see what else. See what he does. The scoreboard is kind of in the way, but I don't want to remove it. Alright, so here I'd probably just go back. Also, you can tell there, by the way, the Gromp was not up. I don't know if it showed us up on his map or not. I'm gonna assume not, since he uses abilities on it. But if you Q, I believe you can see, like a visual effect if it hits something, even in the Fog of War. So you can Q like the Gromp there, and you know, I might be wrong. I know that there is a visual effect for hitting it, but it might not occur in Fog of War. But I'm pretty sure I've seen stuff like that before. So, you know, you don't have to waste your E trying to go for that if you know that the visual effect wasn't there. And yeah, this team's just kind of getting steamrolled. So, okay, to get the sorcerer shoes there, he should have gone back earlier and gotten those. And he is probably working towards the Zanyas, I would guess. You know, this is a bit of a rough game. Twitch Jungle is probably not the greatest. Everyone on his team kind of did poorly. The main stuff here is he's definitely not confident on his abilities. He was definitely trying to limit test, but at a certain point you can't really limit test anymore, like when you're super far behind. It's just smarter to play it safe. But it's still respectable. Oh my, he just got one shot. But yeah, I mean, you know, there wasn't really much to expect from this game, because he doesn't play the champion, but, you know, definitely if you are first timing Sylas and, uh, you know, this stuff probably applies to you. You do want to limit test, you do want to go for fights because you need to learn, but you also need to be confident in your abilities, and you need to understand when you are too far behind. And there were multiple moments that game where he just tried to 1v1 Graves, like when Graves was like 3 levels up on him. And obviously that's never going to work out. It doesn't matter what your limits are. So, yeah, you know, the greatest advice would just be to play more, get uh, get more confident using each of your abilities, become more fluid with them. Definitely limit test, but not int like he did this game. Um, and learn when you kind of just need to side lane and farm. He was kind of just like permanently engaging this game. I mean, he averaged like a death every like 150 seconds or something. So that's pretty high. Or that, you know, that's a lot of deaths. 9 deaths for a 22-minute game. So he definitely needed to like just go to a side lane and farm. You know, that didn't ever happen except for a couple times later, and then he ended up immediately going to fights after that. But you know, you don't have to be permanently fighting. You can you can farm for your 2 item spike, and then you can try and do stuff, or you know, farm for 3 items, or however long you need until you're actually powerful enough to face them. In this game, though, they did get behind early a lot, but you know, definitely could have been better. Also, in this particular case, hold your E2 against champions with dashes because you'll just miss it. He did take heal, a bit of handicap this game. Definitely Ignite would have been better. Also, I'm looking at the scoreboard and noticing he doesn't have a sweeper. Sweeper would be good, especially because, I mean, with how far behind they were, it's kind of hard to really use it that much, but you know, your wards are just gonna get cleared. He didn't even place any wards. He still has 2. Your wards are just gonna get cleared by the enemy team. So, yeah, I mean, overall, not too unexpected of a performance from first time Sylas, but you know, there's always stuff to work on still. and most of that would just be playing the champion more. So anyway, if you like this content, you want to see more, consider liking, subscribing, leaving comments. Any feedback would be greatly appreciated. Um, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.